This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, guys, let's get started. So in the last session, what we did yesterday was the first session. So in first session, we discussed about the historical detail. I mean the duration of the training. So duration of the training will be 1 month, right? Every day we will do 1 hour or 1.5 hour session. It will take 4 weeks to finish all the topics. Then we talked about the SCCM historical details. SCCM started in 1994, and then the latest and greatest version of SCCM is MECM 2103. This version released in 2021, this year, in the month of March. Okay, this is the latest and greatest version of SCCM. So almost like more than 25 years this product is there in the market. We discussed about the historical details. Then we discussed about the opportunities in SCCM. So SCCM has good opportunities. 43% of market share. People are earning good salary, and you have to upload your resume on Indeed, Dice, or Naukri or Monster job portals to get yourself visible. Now there are 3 sites in SCCM. We discussed about central, primary, and secondary. What is central administration site? We discussed about central administration site, like this is an optional. We need it when you have more than one primary site. It is for administration and reporting. It needs SQL Server database. It does not process client data. It does not support client assignment. We already discussed about this thing yesterday. Then primary site is the mandatory site. Without this, you cannot manage devices. Primary site is the main site in SCCM. This is not optional. Primary site basically manages devices which are in a well connected network. Okay, primary site manages clients which are in well connected network, like on local LAN network. SQL database server, it needs to store the data, and it replicates the data to the central administration site database. It supports client assignment. These are the things which we discussed yesterday. Secondary site is for branch office, guys. So for headquarter we install primary, for branch office we install secondary site. This is an optional site. It is needed to manage devices in remote locations. It needs SQL Express or SQL Server database to store the data. It will replicate the data with primary site database, and it does not support client assignment. We discussed about these things yesterday. Now the limitation, one central administration site can support up to 825,000 client computers, maximum limit. One primary site can support up to 175,000 client computers, and one secondary site can support up to 15,000 client computers. Okay, we discussed about these things. We discussed about the hierarchy, how the architectural diagram is designed for companies. So there are 3 types of architectural diagram we design. One for a small size company, we just install one single primary site and which will manage all the devices in that location. Second, this is for medium size organization. 99% of time, wherever you go, you will find this kind of architecture in companies. Okay, almost everywhere you will find this kind of architecture, one primary and multiple secondary. So primary site will be there in headquarter, and secondary site server will be there in branch offices. Secondary will report to primary like this. Okay, this kind of architecture, 99%. You have big size organization, very rare kind of deployment, but you will have this kind of deployment in few companies like Accenture, Deloitte, IBM, Cognizant, HCL. wherein you have central on the top and more than one primary, primary 1, primary 2, and primary 3. You will have more than one primary site, and those primary will report to central, right? And you will have secondary site, like these secondary site will report to this primary, and this secondary site will report to this primary. So in this case, you will have central plus primary side, more than one primary side, and secondary side. In the medium one, we will have primary side and secondary side, primary side and secondary side. Here we don't have central, and in a small size company, we just have single primary side. Clear, everyone? Now we have database. We discussed about this thing yesterday. Secondary has a database, primary has a database, central has a database. So whatever the data secondary collects, it is going to pass on to primary database. Whatever the data primary collects, it's going to pass on to central database. Okay. Now, what is SCCM, guys? SCCM is basically a server which will control all your enterprise devices. For example, you have 10,000 machines or 50,000 computers all over the globe. 50,000 computers. Some machines are in Mumbai, some machines are in London, some machines are in Bangalore, some machines are in New York. So from SCCM server, you can control these systems. Okay, you will have complete control. Control means what? You can restart these machines whenever you want. You can send policy to these devices. Okay, you can send application to these devices. Okay, from here you can send application policies, updates, uh, you know, operating system. So we can restart machine, right? Send policies, send application, send updates, send operating system, send script, send you know, some profiles, send compliance. We can find out, we can send the compliance policies and send that one so that the computer will get compliant. So you have thousands and thousands of machines. You will uh, control all those systems through SCCM. SCCM is the one which will have complete control on your enterprise devices, whether you have 100 machines or 5,000 machines or 50,000 machines or 100,000 machines, right? You can manage those machines through SCCM. That is the main reason for SCCM to exist. Now we have site roles. These are some site roles of SCCM, or you can call it as component of SCCM. We will install these components, okay, as and when it is needed. Some components are mandatory, some components are optional. Okay, now one by one, start making note of it, guys. So today we will discuss about the management point. First thing is management point component. And this is a small component in SCCM, but very crucial. This component is basically a communication bridge between SCCM server and the client. You see, the server and client cannot talk to each other. Server and client cannot talk to each other directly. It can talk through management point. So it's a communication bridge, as you mentioned here, as it is mentioned here, it is a communication bridge between SCCM server and client. Make a note of it. Communication bridge. The second one, the client, right? Whatever the client means what? In every machine you install SCCM client. So client will download the policy. from management point. It will download the policy from the management point. All the policies are stored here. All the policies, let's say Google Chrome policy or Firefox policy, you create it from here and then you dump it here. You create from here and you dump it here. So point number 2 is it's a policy keeper. Make a note of it. Management point is what? It's a policy keeper. It keeps all the policies for all machines. Okay, it's a policy keeper. Point number 3, devices takes policies. So all the clients will take policy from management point. It will go here and apply the policy here. It will go here and apply the policy here. Okay, so it's a policy keeper, right? All the computers will take the policy from there. Point number 3, all the machines inventory data will be sent to the management point. The client will send the inventory data here. All the client will send inventory data here. SCCM client will send inventory data. Inventory means whatever the hardware and software configuration in this machine, number of files, number of the processor information, the motherboard information, BIOS information, everything will be scanned by this SCCM client, and the client will send the information to the server, management point server. So it collects inventory. It collects inventory. Okay. Point number 4, what will it do with the inventory data from the client? It is going to store them in the database. Whatever the data it has received from the client computer, it will dump in the database. So dumps data in database. Okay. Point number 5, so we have already chosen this one. Now it is a mandatory role. Mandatory means you cannot install SCCM without this. You have to have a management point. Okay, management point has to be there, then only SCCM will be able to talk to the client. That's point number 5. Point number 6 is where can you install this management point? You can install this on primary side, you can install this on secondary side, or any other separate Windows server. Any question in this management point, guys?
Kashi, one question, Gahir. When you're pushing a policy, no, we can push at a time how many clients? Second question.
Getting background
Kashi.
noise here, sorry.
Sorry. Can I repeat the question?
Yes.
Yeah. At a time, how many clients we can push the policy? And second question is how much bandwidth will take in case of between the sites or internally, or that's what.
Bandwidth will be very negligible because it is in KB, not in MB, not in GB. So bandwidth is not an issue. Now, how many devices it can support at a time? It supports 25,000 clients. So this management point supports how many clients? 25,000 clients at a time can connect to management point. Understood?
Gotcha. Thank you.
No worries. Any other question
Hello.
in management point? Yeah.
And management point need to install in, suppose if you have two primary sites, we need to install in both or, hello?
We will have two, suppose if you have two primary site, PS1 and PS2, right? Yes, you install management point in both the
Both.
server.
Okay.
Okay.
It secondary site also we need to install, or if we're having multiple secondary sites means in each site we have to install MP.
Yeah, in each
Hello?
secondary site, you have to install management point.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so this is the role of your management point. A management point very is crucial. In case if management point is down, then the site server and client computers cannot talk to each other. They will have communication outage. They cannot talk to each other. So management point will have to be up all the time. This is a mandatory role, guys. Mandatory. That means you have to have minimum one management point. Without this, you can't install SCCM. Now, distribution point. Distribution point is like what? It is like ATM. Suppose there are 3 locations: Chennai, you have London, and you have Mumbai. 3 locations are there. So Chennai will have a distribution point, London will have a distribution point, Mumbai will have a distribution point. So the benefit of this, all the client computers in Chennai, let's say these are Chennai computers, these 3 machines are Chennai computers, they will download content from here. So the content, let's say Google Chrome file or Office file or Visio file, suppose if you have to install these applications, you will create the policy and send to all the distribution point. All the distribution point will have the policy. The content will be there. So the computers in Chennai will not connect to any other distribution point. They will always connect to Chennai distribution point. Computer in London, they will connect to London distribution point and download. Okay. The computer in Mumbai, they will download it from Mumbai distribution point. Understood? Any question? All good?
Actually, in each branch we need to create this distribution point.
Distribution point. Yes, each location you should install a distribution point. Okay. So this is a content storage. Distribution point is what? It is a content storage. Devices will download the content from distribution point. Google Chrome file or Firefox, they will be downloading. Chennai computers will download from Chennai. Mumbai, London will download from London distribution point. Okay. Mumbai will download from Mumbai distribution point. So devices will download content from distribution point. Where can you install distribution point? You can install distribution point on primary site server, secondary site server, any other Windows server, or you can also install distribution point on Windows 10. It is a mandatory role. Okay. Clear, everyone?
On Windows 10 also we can install.
Yeah, you can install distribution point on Windows 10. This is the only role of SCCM which you can install on Windows 10. Make a note of it, guys. Okay. Now, you have software update point. What is software update point? It is for patch deployment. Suppose you have thousands and thousands of machines. For example, you have 50,000 computers or 5,000 computers. You need to keep them up to date. Microsoft is releasing updates on every second Tuesday. Every month they are releasing update on every second Tuesday, right? So on second Tuesday, Microsoft monthly basis, they are dumping the update here in Microsoft Update Server. This is Microsoft Update Server. They are dumping updates here. Thousands and thousands of updates. For example, 10,000 updates are there. Now what you do, you have to install one WSUS internal server and connect with Microsoft Update Server. Microsoft Update Server will give you the update which you want. Let's say you want only 100 updates. Out of 10,000, you have taken only 100 updates. Those 100 updates information can go to WSUS database. And WSUS will start scanning the machine. These 50,000 machines can be scanned by WSUS and information will be passed on to database. Now we have to deploy. Let's say some updates are missing in the machines. Some updates are already installed. Some updates are not yet installed. So how will you deploy the updates to the machines where the updates are missing? For example, in 45,000 machines, updates are missing, right? Out of 50,000, 45,000 machines update is missing, okay, in few machines. So you have a SCCM server. SCCM server, you install one role called software update point. It is required to integrate WSUS into SCCM. So basically, software update point will help you to integrate WSUS into SCCM like this. So all the information what WSUS has, it is going to pass on to SCCM. Software update point does that task. And it is required to deploy updates. So SCCM will deploy updates to these 50,000 devices. Understood? Where can you install? You can install this on primary side, secondary side, or any other Windows server. This is an optional role. You may or may not need this one. Got it? Any question? Anyone?
Chef, if we don't have WSUS server,
If you don't have WSUS server, then this will not work. The deployment will not work. The software update point, where it will connect to, it can't connect directly. A software update point cannot connect to a Microsoft Update Server. That's not possible for the software update point. You must have WSUS server, which will connect with Microsoft, and it will bring updates. And then finally, it goes to the here in SCCM. Got it? This is an optional role, guys. This is for patch deployment, okay? Then you have SMS provider. SMS provider is a role. It is WMI provider that assigns read and write access to configuration manager database. So SCCM needs access to database. Who will help that? SMS provider will help you to access database. Otherwise, you cannot, SCCM directly cannot talk to database. SMS provider is the one which helps the connection between, it's a communication bridge between SCCM and database. Okay. Plus it converts WMI query into SQL query. So SCCM talks in WMI query and SQL database talks in SQL query. Both are two different languages. So it acts like a translator or interpreter. It takes WMI query and changes it into SQL and feeds into the database. It is like a translator between SCCM and database. You can install this on primary, secondary, or any other Windows server. You can also install this on database server. This is a mandatory role. Make a note of it, guys. Mandatory role. Okay. Any question? SMS provider, all good? Then you have asset intelligence synchronization point. This role is to categorize software. Suppose you have multiple software, it will categorize the software like this. Some software will fall under browser category, some software will fall under player category, some software will fall under database category, some software will fall under developer application category. Or there will be more category. Okay, this is just an example. This will also help you to do inventory and software license consumption. You know, the license management will also be done in this asset intelligence synchronization point. Where can you install this? You can install this in primary, secondary, or any other Windows server. This is an optional role, guys, not mandatory. Clear, everyone? We will see this practically. Whatever the roles we are discussing now, we will see practical, so that you will get more confidence, more understanding. Okay.
If one question actually, yeah, publishing from this one, no, it takes Visual Studio and Oracle and all. It will take more, no, application wise. How do we that to clients? That's what.
Publishing Visual Studio.
No. It will take in the GBs, no, Oracle or SQL related.
No. This it is for the categorization. Suppose you have some software installed in your computer. Let's say I have
Okay.
50 software installed. Now some
Okay.
software you don't know the category of those software. So how will you categorize? SCCM will help you to categorize those software.
Okay. Thank you. No.
Okay. Then you have endpoint protection point. This is for this is to install and manage Windows Defender. In every machine you have Windows Defender. Like I have Windows Defender here on my computer. You see, I have Windows Defender here. So when it should, in every machine, let's say there are 10,000 machines. Okay, you have Windows Defender. So on those 10,000 Windows Defender, install and you can say and manage antivirus. So on those 10,000 machine, we can define the policy of Windows Defender. When it should scan the machine, when it should do full scan, when it should do quick scan, how it will kill the virus. All those settings we can define from SCCM for Windows Defender. Got it? Understood?
For only Windows Defender.
Only Windows Defender. You cannot manage third-party antivirus like Symantec or Norton or AVG, Trend Micro. You cannot do it. Only for Windows Defender it can do. Okay. It is an optional role. Why? Because people are using third parties antivirus. So it is required to install and manage antivirus. It can be installed. Where can you install this role? On primary, on secondary, or any other Windows server. It is an optional role. Then you have reporting services point. This is to get reports. All our reports are here. There are 471 reports. So in order to access these reports, either you go to database or you can access from SCCM. To access from SCCM here, you integrate the reports here. You integrate reports here in SCCM. How will you integrate? By installing this config reporting services point. When you install this reporting services point, you will be able to integrate the report here. So it is to connect report server and fetch the report from the database. And where can you install this? You can only install this on database server. You can't install this on any other server. It's a mandatory role. Mandatory role. You must install this role on database. Okay? Understood? Service connection point, Azure Cloud Services. It is required to upgrade. It is required to upgrade SCCM from old version to latest version. SCCM needs to get upgraded, right? Every year they are releasing new versions of SCCM. Currently, what is the current version of SCCM?
2103.
2103. So suppose you installed 2103 and tomorrow you have the latest version of SCCM. Let's say you installed SCCM 2103. Now tomorrow you will get 2107. How will you upgrade this to the latest one? So this is gonna help you. The service connection point will help you to upgrade 2103 to 2107. The service connection point. Got it? It will connect with Microsoft Update Server. We'll find out how many updates are there, and then you will download and install the latest version of this one, SCCM. Understood? Plus, one more role of service connection point is to connect with cloud services, Azure Cloud Services. You need to connect with Azure Cloud Services. Understood? Like Co-Management Gateway, Intune, Azure Active Directory. You can integrate them into SCCM. So it is required to integrate not Intune, it is Azure Cloud Services in SCCM. Okay, you can install this on primary site. Where will you install this? On primary site, service connection point on primary site, or you can install this on CAS, central administration site. This is a optional role. Any question?
While upgrading SCCM to different version, do you need to take any backup, or
Yes.
can we deploy? Yeah, that's right. What type of backup? What type of backup?
SCCM has inbuilt feature of taking backup, okay, which takes backup of SCCM and database, which I will do practically and you will see.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
Then a state migration point. A state migration point is needed to capture user data from one machine to another machine. It is needed while operating system migration. Suppose you are running migration Windows 7 to Windows 10. So user has his data on Windows 7. Here is user data. For example, user data, Madhu is using this computer, right? And he has his data here. Now all his data can be migrated to Windows 10. Here, how? You will capture the data and restore the data using state migration point. A state migration point will help you. It captures user data, user profile, and restore to the new computer after migration. It can be installed on primary, secondary, or any other Windows server. This is an optional role. Clear, everyone? Give me 1 minute, guys. There is somebody on my door. Okay, guys. So I'm back. Sorry. So this role is needed for migration of data from one machine to another machine. You can capture and restore user data. This is an optional role.
Actually,
Okay.
it's like a mandatory role. No?
No, it's optional.
Mandatory means like users data if you want to backup
Yeah,
and
user
migrate to
data. Yeah.
Windows.
So yeah, when you have mandatory means what? Without that, you cannot install SCCM. This is optional. means whenever you want this, suppose user migration is needed, then only you install this.
Okay.
Okay, understood?
Okay.
Okay, so all these things we will do practically. Okay, we will do asset management, client management, and administrative feature, whatever we have discussed so far, all we will do practically. And we will do lab setup. So tomorrow we will discuss about lab setup, how we are going to do lab setup and lab architecture tomorrow. Any question, guys? Anyone?
So far it's good, Kash. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I will share the recording with you guys. You need to download that recording. Also, I will send couple of links. The study material, so you have to go through those links, websites, Microsoft website, just to get more clear picture. Okay.
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 Thank you, everyone. We'll meet tomorrow. Okay? Thank you.